Check. Wow, this is better than coffee. Seriously, getting to sit down and look out and it's like, wow, you people are all here. We haven't started yet. Wait for it. The Breakfast of Champions approaches the stage. Fix this!
Just pop it up.
Hey.
Just use spray cheese.
Oh, yeah.
I can't do it. You can do it! Everybody's selling my body says this is a really bad idea. Oh, that's really good. Thank you. The first time I ever did that, I was in Florida in the middle of summer. That was when I discovered a few of the basic laws of physics do apply. Heat and humidity combined with pressurized. Yeah. What does it say? Boyle's law is the law you're looking for. Gas expansion. Good morning, everybody. Did I do that already?
Yeah, you can do it.
Welcome to my ADOS world. Attention deficit. Ooh, shiny. That's so shiny, so this is like awesome. Apparently this panel is my meet and greet, which is cool. So we get to like hang out and stuff. I have nothing prepared because I don't. Because that's just the way I roll. Because you try to organize this sort of chaos, it gets very weird. So I'm gonna like throw this out to you. I'm Scott McNeil. Seriously, stop. I'm a voice actor. I've been doing voice work for, God, 25 years before the microphone now, man and boy. Back in those days, we didn't have no fancy microphones. You just held up the tape and you yelled at it. That's right, tape. I've done probably, I think I'm getting close to like 13,000 episodes. Oh, look who finally shows up. We were worried sick about you. You don't call, you don't write. You could have been found bleeding in a ditch someplace. My mother and I, we worried. I've done probably 13,000 episodes of various things over the years, a lot of which you may know. Go, mate! Sorry.
Do you want the jewel for souls? Nice.
Somebody gave me back my jewel shard yesterday. I just killed this microphone. Somebody gave me back my jewel shard. And then my world got really weird again. Oh God. Pressure!
You're down. Good job, Piccolo.
Now we're going to do this. Phoenix is alive.
Where'd it go? There it is!
Find the shiny.
It looks like a bath bead.
It's bubblegum.
Oh God! I'm going on top and baby. I'm going to pop all that. Yeah, so I've done a bunch of stuff. I've done a bunch of anime. I've done a bunch of non-anime. Generally, I find that you guys know more about the stuff that I've done than I do. People brought me stuff to sign. I'm like, I'm not in this. And they go, yes, you are. I'm like, no, I'm not. I go, look, your name's in the credits. I'm like, what? How do these things happen? It's weird. So I'm going to sort of call this a Q&A, like if you guys have... Not bald, thank you. Like, is that hair sewn into the hat? I've had 3 people, in all sincerity, pop in on the hallway and go, excuse me, are you cosplaying Bret Michaels? Fucking Shawn Michaels. Yeah. I get Ted Nugent, I get Billy the Exterminator, Kid Rock a lot. asshole businessmen that are, you know, at the same hotel. I'll be like, you know, drunk because they're out of town, away from their wives. They're like, hey, Kid Rock, man, hey, it's good to see you, Kid Rock. It's like, yeah, that shit never gets funny. Grumpy bear, damn it. Frank, Diggle, and Dinobot, one more, you mother... This is all the stuff I wanted to do last night. Anyway, so if you have questions, I will hopefully be able to provide some sort of answer. Already?
Yeah.
I love you.
He came with a memo pad full of questions.
Oh God. This is an interview.
I will take turns. One of my questions is, what country do you like to visit most besides Canada and the United States?
I don't travel much. I'm a bit of an introverted housebound when I'm not working or being a maniac up here.
Where would you like to visit?
I would like to, well, I'd like to go everywhere. When I'm free from like mania and the good kind, it's like, oh, the whole world is out there. I get invited to a lot of cons in Australia, and I'm Australian. I'm going like, dude, if I survive 24 hours of flying, screw you, I'm whipping out my Aussie passport and I'm just staying. So, I mean, I did a couple, I shot a movie over in Prague in Europe that was phenomenal. Like, what a city, wow. And I went to London a couple of years ago for a convention. But I'd like to go anywhere, if I could. And of course, the only limit we have on our fare, or the limit that we put on our fare. I like to go to places that have white sand and palm trees. I had a thing for a while where it's like, conventions, I will go to conventions where there are those two things. And brisket. So it's like, convention in Hawaii, sure. Conventions in Florida, hell yeah. Convention in Nebraska in January, not so much. But then whenever I get to a convention, I end up having so much fun. It's just retarded anyway. And it doesn't matter where we are in the world, because I have you.
Aww.
Yes, sir.
All that said, why do you keep coming back to Columbus?
Because they feed him.
Did you like, wow, the food baby from last night. And tonight's like buppo poopies, and it's like, look at Beppo. I get to eat my body weight in food. There are two conventions. Normally I don't do conventions. I do one every year just because I've done it every year, and it's kind of my home con, which is Matsuricon in Florida. This has now become like home con 2.0. It's understood, you know, like, when Paul goes, I don't even have to ask you, you know that, dumbass, you're just back next year, so. And that's because of you guys, and I love you for it, so. This is my other home con. And this is how I go like, wow, it's crazy here, that makes all the madness stops. All right, so we're talking with geographic situations. And do we have any non-geographic questions? Yes?
So far, what has been your favorite voice acting
Gig?
Yeah.
Oh, I've done all sorts.
Hamburger Fairy.
The Burger Fairy. Thank you, Burger Fairy. Everyone say bye, Burger Fairy. Bye, Burger Fairy. We love you. I love you, horny burger. You know what? I've done like so much stuff, and it's all, you know. What kind of an idiot would go like, I gotta go slave away in front of a hot microphone for a couple hours. Then you get paid with this barrel full of money. It's like, I could be working the fryer at McDonald's, but no, I'm stuck here in this dead-end job. I mean, there's other stuff, obviously, you know, from this point of view, from convention point of view, there's stuff that I'm well known for, and they're all really, you know, so, but when we were going in and doing Gundam Wing, it was like, it was just another gig. We didn't know what it was. Well, honestly, working on Beast Wars, was. I mean, it had writing like anime, but it was, you know, the cast and the writing, and you know, getting to play four of the coolest characters ever. All at the same time. You're always talking. I know. Shut up. No, Waspinator, no enter. And of course, Silverbolt, strong, proud, brave, and smart like a bag of donkeys. Weirdest metaphor ever. Similes are like metaphors. But you know, I've done weird stuff. I got to play Hermie the Elf and Yukon Cornelius in Rudolph and the Island of Misfit Toys. For me, that was just a trip. You know, it's like, friggin', I'm independent. Not if you don't mind my being a dent. Didn't I ever tell you about Bumbles? Bumbles, bam! You know, it's just like, that stuff was... I do a lot of stuff where I don't actually speak. I get paid, it's like, I have those years of studying my Shakespeare and my Ibsen. Then to play small little blobs of innocuous. Those are fun days. That's Frank Welker territory. I just saw a series called Kong years ago, and all of the massive ape, That's all me. That's what makes this so cool. I mean, I, as a voice actor, anyone is a voice actor, as an actor, it is the single least limiting way that you can perform. Because if you can imagine it, if you can, well, this got very serious all of a sudden. Too soon. You can do it. I mean, I've played men, women, children, pan-galactic, monstrous space entities, small blobs of crank fighting wasabi. I was Wolverine and Grumpy Bear on the same day. That's what makes this ridiculous. We should be the sanest people in the world. Yeah, I didn't spend my days in small padded rooms screaming. I'd spend my days in small padded rooms screaming. So it's fun. It's like the monkey bars. It's playground time. There's nothing you can't do in there. That's what makes it so awesome. We're all gonna turn and stare at the latecomers. Everybody stare. Hey! Hey! I went to a party in Vancouver that a hairstylist buddy of mine was throwing, and it was, it was a pretty big gay old beach party. And he went to take a picture, and he's like, everybody, and it was like this chorus in perfect unison. I was like, wow. You guys have to practice that? It was just like the whole room was like, hey. But I digress. Shiny. Shiny squirrel boobies. So, you know what? I mean, I would be an idiot if I said any of them suck. There are some that are a little more mundane than others. And the ones that are Beast Wars again, the kind of the arc of Dinobot. Usually it's like, save the world, sell some action figures. Some stuff got done. The rest is silence. And I went, hey, I finally got to use my Shakespeare. Dinobot knew that he was going to die 5 episodes before he did. I was clueless. To be or not to be. That should have been my first frickin' clue. People without faces freak me out. I'm just saying. You're probably a very nice person, but it's weird. Yeah, I could dither and blather for forever on that. I'll probably come back to it, but this is a good technique. Do this and then have friends next to you do this. Yes?
Me?
Yep.
Of the 4 Beast Wars characters, who is your favorite?
You know what? People ask me that all the time. They were all so different and so much fun. And I'm always flattered when people go, that was all you? I'm like, yeah. And I would do those long runs just,
of course.
Welcome to my brain. Because, they were all, Dinobot obviously I think there was a majesty and a gravitas to him that I wasn't really expecting at the beginning. It was like, all right, well, I'm just this thing, this Predacon. Rattrap was as much of a smartass as I ever get to be. And Waspinator was originally a much more, dire character. Mm-hmm. But then the writers met me and they went, you're such an idiot, we're going to make him like you. Now Waspinator is being voiced by Tom Kenny, the voice of SpongeBob SquarePants. Waspinator, you're going to live in pineapple under the sea. But that's the business. And Silverbolt was a surprise. Because that came up second season, and they had 2 new characters, Quick Strike and Silverbolt. Mm-hmm. So I went in and read for them. And I'm thinking yeah, Quick Strike, that's right up my alley. And it was like, no, you booked the other one. And then they're going, just use your own voice. I'm like, what the hell is that? I've been living in this body for a while. I still have no idea. We were monkeying around, and then one day I just popped out the word, citizen. And they went, there he is. All right. Dumb. He's so dumb. He was the only one that came close to actually getting the girl. He hadn't been so stupid. Hamburger fairy. Pardon.
No worries.
No, bubblegum. That's how to make a hamburger awesome. Oh God, that would be wrong. You can do this. truck. Those are the sentient cockroach Twinkies. I figured this out in Dallas, Texas when I signed the same Twinkie for the 5th year in a row. They don't go away. In the dystopian post-apocalyptic future, sentient scuttling Twinkies with cockroach abilities. Sometimes late at night I can hear them. So they were such a lame answer.
Thank you.
Love them all like my own children. Yes, sir.
What do you think those plans were?
Oh, would you like to know what Waspinator's plans are? Waspinator can always be smallest back on block. Soon what but don't not Waspinator one co the same.
Oh, he's got plans, Brad. I can't tell you that, but just saying. Check your calendars. June 17th, 2016. That went dark. It's the burger talking, man. Yes?
How did you like doing Mega Man?
Mega Man was fun. It was weird because there was so many different versions of it all happening at once. Because there was the original, oh God, I can't remember which company it was. And, I think on Captain Nintendo, so, what was it, I think Ian James Corlett was playing Dr. Wily. Doug Parker was Mega Man, and then it shifted to our version, so all of a sudden it was like a recast. And we did one originally where I was Wily, but I was Wily with a British accent, and then Ian James Corlett ended up being Mega Man. And then there was a third version, which became the one that most people know, which is the one where I was once again Dr. Wily, in his plans for take over the world. Yeah, nice try, Doc. You gotta get rid of my bro first. I realized that actually Proto Man was probably the first time you ever heard Duo Maxwell. And then there was other versions. Then I did NT Warriors later, where I was Gutsman, Cutman, Poof Man, Freak Man, Fluff Man, all the Man. It was like when I did Masters of the Universe in 2003. It was like Beastman, Redman, Stratos, Chlorophyll, Cobra Khan, Merman. So there's a lot of men in these things. I'm just saying. But I'm amazed now that there's still the popularity of Mega Man. I still bring up stuff. I've been signing stuff so I was signing a couple of things from Double Dragon the other day. I'm like, God, that was like centuries ago. Bucky O'Hare in the Toy Wars lingers in something. There's always something.
I grew up watching Mega Man.
Yeah. I'm starting to realize that I really have like a bit of a stuck in the 90s. People are going, you were my 90s, man. I'm like, wow, that was a while ago. So I did a panel, this year, and they say, oh, okay, what are you going to call the panel there? I look in the program, it's like, Scott McNeil, the voice of your childhood. Hey, young whippersnapper. Can't hear you, you're all mumbling and none of you talk proper. What? So yeah, I show up in a lot of stuff. It's funny. I go, well, I've had a long and varied career. And I've worked on 4 different Mega Mans. Yay, cartoons. I've done 6 different G.I. Joes. I've done 2 different He-Mans. A lot of Transformers. It's getting quiet. Just all say rhubarb really quietly. Everybody. There is part of the voiceover, because it's not just cartoons. I mean, I do radio, I do. One of the things that sometimes a lot of people is referred to as wall with all actors. In any movie that you see where there's a crowd of people, they bring in a group of actors to just do all that because it's cheaper than paying the extras to talk. The movie voice. Okay, now that you have a face. Yes. Honest to God, those things are so disturbing. Or anything with just like a blank mask, people will come up and you're like, your body language is telling me all these different things, but I cannot read your social signals through your face. And you're creeping me out. And you know, you're behind the mask, you're going, oh my God, here's what you're going. We don't know. That was cool. I just found a new voice. That's right where my right tonsil used to be. This is, you know, voices live in places. Anyway, I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
No, I'm not fine.
No, you're fine.
You mean like I'm fine?
As such, your voice is really cool. How do you feel when you go to bed knowing that you're the closest thing that we can reach to is a Piccolo? Do you feel like in the
That just got dirty in my head. Well, I can tell you this, kid. It ain't easy being green. As you should well know. Be right, chocolate. The closest thing to being Piccolo. I'm not sure how to respond to that. I will stand here proud in my green genitalialess teedly bobbers on my head, pink muscle arms, tear my arm off and hit you in the head with it, Corey.
Yeah.
When they did the live action movie, but you're thinking like, okay, Hollywood, this is the easiest casting in the world. Take Vin Diesel and a can of green spray paint. Piccolo! Just saying. Just super saying. I finally watched that a while ago. That is the funniest I have ever seen. I love those guys. Now they're doing the circuit. Because for years I was going, why are people telling me to say Dodge nerd? Now I know. Piccolo was fun. It was 10 years of screaming. It was just a continuous 10-year scream. It was just like beep, beep, beep. And then a decade had gone by. And then it came back. We actually just finished doing Kai. With the real cast. Most of us. I'm going to have another bite of this delicious rock hard hamburger. Because this is both my breakfast and my lunch.
Burger.
I will come over there. Canadians may be the politest people in the world, but don't forget who invented hockey fighting. Okay. Sorry, this is still me just like going, wee, where am I? What city am I in? Hi.
Do you lose your voice from time to time? No.
It just becomes a new voice. That's actually one of the most astute things I've ever heard said at a con. Well, some people, it depends on how they work. I mean, there are different voice actors have different approaches to it. With me, it's about, you know, kind of trying to be able to do everything. Be right, chocolate special bee. I'm gonna, you know, we have it like it's boom. So I find that the more abuse that my voice takes, oftentimes the better it will get. It takes on a certain timbre and texture. I'm doing a lot of video game work lately, playing like, you know, huge, giant, demonic. And by the end of, you know, some people are like, I have to look, I can only do this for like an hour. And I've been really lucky. I'm pretty much indestructible. The only thing that has ever affected my voice is by Sunday at a con, I'm like, holy crap. I might book me a session on Monday because it's going to sound great. The only voice I ever did that actually physically hurt was Cobra Commander in G.I. Joe. And that was just after Chris Latta, who was the original. And it's so high and so shredded. It's like, Jesus. You can eat both balls of steel and tiny little balls all at the same time.
Also, this is for you. It's one of Rattrap's detonators.
Oh, man!
Someone pass that to him.
You guys are spoiling me. I don't deserve it. It's a detonator! That is awesome. Thank you. You guys are amazing, man. I'm gonna cry. I'm not gonna cry. I'm gonna cry. I'm not gonna cry. Look, it's Elvis.
Bye, clapping. Bye, clapping.
Bye. That's cool as hell. I have no idea what it is.
Pokemon.
Of course it's a Pokemon.
Yeah.
That should be an assumption that I just made. It's like, I don't know what that is. It's Pokemon.
It's a safe assumption.